Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Morning. So how is Nigeria? Nobody's talking about it on Nigeria. What's happening there now? Last governor.
Something Lagos should talk on and then.
Lagos, Nigeria is fine, sir.
Dubai will some of us there now. So Lagos we have talked about
Lagos is fine. Lagos, Nigeria is fine. That was that.
Nigeria is fine. I'm very cool, sir. Lagos, Nigeria is fine, sir. I'm very cool, sir. That's the essence of having some like them. So from that angle, now from the other level, at every point in time, we want an item, or on your project. Let's give an example of hypo, the cleaning material, hypo, that evidence to 10. There's a notification, whether manually or automatic. Where does it go to? It goes to FM, that's his manager in charge. It goes to head of janitorial services, you have one. It goes to procurement of the site, you have one. It goes to the operations manager, that's the sort of organization. And if probably that project, what you are doing, very, very important, you don't want any downtime, and or one of these managers wants to do, goes to them too. In order them to use critical material. And capture critical material to give them some or all depends on the part of the project. Okay, so with that supply and the inputs, the fixing, the replacement, the retrofitting, the upgrades, the doing, some of the things, repairing, some of the work. We want to cast the slab, mix cement and sand, basically you have to do measurement, you have to stay your pace, you have to get the approval professional work that you need to do, doing tasks, the actions that you take after you get to desired output. So after getting the desired output, depends on the organization you work, you Q and QC. QC, are you the one that has the yam and knife? You are the FM, you are the one that will check the output, you are the one that will draw it to KPIs, service scope or service specification, whichever way, whichever standard company wants to be. Then how goes the customer when you deliver that you are done with this work, you are done with the painting of the 7th floor, you are done with the painting of the external wall, you are done with the planting of flowers, the cleaning of the, you are done with the landscaping exercise, you are done with the listening projects, you are done with the overhauling of the generator, you are done with the inspection, these are results. It goes to the customer needs feedback. So it's not just you. No, I think I'm jumping on now. That's the customer. Now I want to now ask you guys, this SIPOC, do you think best model for FM practice is SIPOC? Because the truth is that before you automate, you need to appraise your system. So we are using appraisal model to appraise our system. So this could be a typical example. So using the SIPOC model, appraise the current situation, case study above. There will be a case study, they will tell a story. The story can be one page. And they will say, using the appraisal model or using the SIPOC, analyze, appraise, and recommend if there is need for innovation in order to improve service, customer retention, and achieve constant cash flow. It could be a difficult question. Because something like that, good question in that way. You understand that you have a choice of you have analyzed I give example like that. So who can tell us if we are in the academic system, so there's no right or wrong answer. Just depends on the perspective. So who can only this best model? Best model based on current scenario that is made, or can be improved. It was our second lecture of this week. We said to automate or not to automate, discuss. There's no right or wrong answer. Like I said, automation is not for all organizations. Some organizations do not need to automate. That's the issue. They say you want to use it for branding, marketing, but why would you use money for something else? Why do you spend millions of naira and the facility of the software that is like value? And you take everything. You just want to show your clients or business like that. We have a software whereas we use daily paperwork, daily carrying of files. Okay, anyone that wants to jump on that? I don't want to call you because I can see all your names. If you are short of your names. Okay, someone is raising.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I just want to get something clear, sir. This SIPOC model, what I understand is that it's a method of automation, right, sir?
No. It's a model that helps you to analyze your system, your organization, your process flow, the way you work. It's an improvement from the initial model of the IPO, input, process, and output. You understand? It's just like an improvement and upgrade. So the question is that this SIPOC, is this the best that we can have for an organization? For an organization that has like 10 project sites, this is the best. what other actions
Okay. So I understand now, sir. Okay. So, when you say automation, I always thought my mind was going to this thought that automation doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be software. That this process of this analysis of all the processes that are involved, when they are interconnected, I thought that it could also be seen as an automation. But maybe I'm now getting it better that it's just a system. When people are involved in a system, then to automate has to be like software. So that's involved in the use of software.
Okay, thanks, Tony. Let me explain something. You see, automation is the process of, let me just put it so you can understand, of fast tracking a particular action or event. You want to fast track it, you want to make it seamless, you want to make it convenient. So, it could be just use of SMS, bulk SMS, that will help you to automate your process. For example, you need to communicate, you are managing over 200,000 hectares of space and you have over 300 staff. And you're looking for a way to communicate with them and it's giving all of them like a shift line or something. You want to communicate with them every day where they need to work. And you look at that, the best and the cheapest means of them to communicate with people. Before you say, all of you assemble at the office every morning. You now come from different corners of the space you are managing. 300 of them come. You talk to them. You have to use a vehicle. Some of them have to work. So along the line, for them to move to their respective job zone, it takes them 45 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. And sometimes every day, you go around to spend 20k buying fuel. Wear and tear on the vehicle is not there. And all those other things. And calculated everything that you are spending about 70k every day. Assembling your guys, come to the office, come and tell them what to do. Every day. So the best thing is that we have to come out. How do we like and also communicate what we want to do? Both them, let's get more SMS. And disseminate them so that nobody will say, I didn't get it, or I didn't see it, I didn't know it. And disseminate the message to them and help. With that, you can say you are automating the process. So, automating your process doesn't mean you have to get one big machine, one big equipment. You have to invest in one software. You understand? Because you want to run a paperless system. All you want to do is improve your process, to speed up your process. You want to integrate some form of solution or technology that will help you save costs. You understand? Give you an overview of what is happening in your system, in your process. You understand? So don't get it, don't cloud your mind that automation is something that has to be gigantic. You have to have AIM.
Já. Network ló ti já.
Àwọn èèyàn yòókù kọ sílẹ̀ fún ògbọ́n.
All the states, the location, sizes, the space you want to go and inspect, include the place for attachment where you attach pictures. And when you are inputting those figures from Port Harcourt, the guy at the office, they are using all those information. It's already plotting the graph itself. From there, you can prepare your budget. can, if you have asked the right questions in your front end aspect of the Google form, you can prepare your budget there and submit your proposal almost immediately. All things follow. If you are not doing special services that you have at client, you can do it. Because you have already gone ahead to pay 10% for facilities. You can even calculate your facility costs and assessment, your FC. You calculate it there because you have already designed it in Google Form. So there are different approaches. So I think I'm going to answer the question myself. So I need somebody to jump on this to explain to be sure that you guys are following. Because the reason why I'm taking my time is that you guys are either most of the are financial implications, and you can affect your business. That affects business landscape where you work, and also as professionals, you help us develop this industry. Because we have a lot of clients that are laughing at us, a lot of developers that are taking over our job. But you must come with something. Developers don't do most of these things. So why should you have this knowledge and cannot apply it? Oh, the client doesn't advance. The best thing for me is to be in this company. Who just want to be a client. By the time you go to another company, it says they're going to do. So you're not going to influence them. Do something professional. Alright, let's get to shall we? Gosh, oh wait.
I am, sir.
So I'm attending to a big question.
So we can be on the same page.
Okay. Which baby are you before? On a different page.
I'm also trying to grab the concept.
Okay, so I've explained IPO, first module, in automation that we're discussing under automation. Like I said, before you automate, you need to have clearance of what is happening in your organization. And that is called process mapping. Process mapping. You need to map your process. Like microscopically, carrying microscope. You check around what is happening in that process. What are each activities? Can we draw a kind of flow diagram of our processes? Okay, there's a request for technician. After the technician comes down inspection, the resource facility manager goes with the technician around further inspection. Further inspection communicates to the head office, the operations manager. Operations manager assesses it up, takes it back to the facility manager now sends to the client for approval.
Yeah, that's what we discussed last class.
Exactly. Client approve, client now say, okay, go and pick. Oh, sorry, I have my own contractor now for me. So we have different processes. That's just an example. So we have now to the SIPOC model, where we have to supply customer, that's it, to the customer. Now, sir, is this the best model we can have? Or can it be improved? If you can improve, what else do you think can add to
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, hello.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, civil service, we actually carry out our SIP, revenue supply, input from the end user, then we carry out our processes and then output and then get feedback from the person that we are carrying out the job. One of the things I would have advised for us in civil service is to make our process really short. Because our process is very long. Very long.
Madam, can you explain let's use your process as a case study. Can you explain to the class your process? I want everybody to document this process, just like with an arrow. Let's just use an arrow to document this process. It's your own process as a case study. Can you do that for us?
In civil service, we manage a system called store system, where we have supply of certain equipment, certain elements. We have a store for our plumbing materials, carpentry materials, and all that. We wait for the input. I work in staff water facility, where we maintain the residence of staff in the residence. Our input then becomes a complaint from one of the residents of the staff quarters. Our process begins like this. You submit your complaint, which is given to the director of work. The director of work sends it to me. I assemble the team.
Can you take that slowly? Can you take that slowly? So that everybody can get it.
Our input is a letter from the end user with a complaint. Then the process starts. The director of works sends your complaint to me. I assemble worksmen, all that, all that, or carry out an inspection and a meeting with the end user. Because at times our end users don't explain what they really want in the letter. So you have to meet them one-on-one. After that, I come back to the office. I prepare a memo back to the director of work, explaining what is happening there and what I think is going to be the cost implication to carry out the meeting. Now, it's now divided into two again from this process. If the loan price of 250,000 is within the approval limit of the director of work, if it is above the approval limit of 250,000, it goes to the vice chancellor. If it's above the approval limit of 2.5 million, it goes to the tender board. Now, all these have different processes. So let me stick to the process of the director of work. Now, if it's within the approval limit of the director of work, it goes to our CA, that's the chief accountant, to check if there are funds. If funds is approved, it goes back to the director of work, saying funds have been confirmed. From there, it's sent back to the meeting, where I'm told to get 3 unrelated contractors to bid for the job. After that, we attach the quotations of the 3 unrelated contractors. We send it back to the director of works, to send it back to the chief accountant to produce an LP. When an LP is produced, that's the end of the process. Now the output. The contractor carries out his work. Now for the customer feedback, we have a form, where the end assignment attests to the level of work that is being carried out. An auditor will audit it. That's where we have our customer feedback. That's what we carry out in the system.
Okay, madam. Wow.
Now, that's what directors approval. If vice chancellor, different. If it's tender board, my God, that can take 3 months.
Let the plate like that for me.
Just hold on, just hang on, just press pause like that. Oluwaseun, are raising up your hand. Okay, are we there for?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me, sir? Okay.
Yes,
Like, to me, the the CPOC model is more like a advanced model to the hypo because it has the supply. Because I feel if I have stored in stock, like I have materials in store, it's a much more better model. But then I feel my colleague that just gave our own case here with long processing. So FK actually mentioned something about let's start. He was talking about private sector and government sector. Like for our own case, it's a non-performance sector, so it will take a whole lot of time. So what I feel the simple model also not so good because when you have to wait for what you call now for the customer to make complaints, it's not always the best approach. I actually work in an organization at some point whereby you have to almost every week you have to go and just go and meet the client and ask them, okay, is there any problem? When you do that, you don't wait for them to make requests for problems. Because some of them, okay, let me give you so I have the resident that she stays at the pet store and right under her pet store, water is leaking unknown to residents because it's leaking under the pet store. So to her, there's no problem. But then, when we approach them like that and then we have a way of checking out and all this, yes, the problem even the small use of market. So I feel the SIPOC model is, how would I put it now, more adjusted instead of waiting, because fine, you have your material in store when you make control, instead of you waiting for them to make the complaint, it's always better to approach them for you. So that's
okay,
that's
so sure. So I've explained, we have made the adjustment.
okay.
We have SIP, we have made the adjustment now. This man is already giving you guys the exam questions. Hey, he's already setting the exam question for you guys.
So,
we have to make the adjustment.
well, I won't know the alphabet now, but the adjustment after the supply, so which means I have a stock of material that I know that when there are emergency issues, I can easily just go and keep. Then instead of the input part of the system is waiting for them to make the complaint and then going through all the process. So instead of that, I approach them to ask. So I don't know what I would term the benefit to be in ask. That was like
Anything. Just have anything.
So to the supply, which is my stock, my material in stock, like what I know that can easily get damaged and then A part to be asking them, like asking the users if there's a problem, and then the part of me asking them, the fact that I'm asking means they put the input, that means I won't be going through a lot of channel and all, that means I already have those things in stock, and then the processing will be just be more like maybe getting, the part of asking them, I already have my number with me, I have beneficial emails and all those things, so once we ask and it's okay, this is okay, just like yesterday now, I just approached someone, is there no problem? And he said, okay, I think there's no problem. But then we just discovered that, okay, I'm teaching more bad. So easily I just, okay, electrician, I just changed this thing once immediately, and she was a little bit surprised that you guys have fixed this thing. So there's no issue of going here and coming here, getting an approval. Then the C, okay, the O is, I don't know what the O is. Okay, I don't really know what the C. So the O is so the O is done, is changed whatever needs to be changed, right response. And then the C is okay, or Sam, okay, are you satisfied with what we've done? So there's no form or anything. It's just word of okay, okay, everybody does go and so no issue of any form.
Okay, sorry, I'm coming on. That is, what's the name again?
Oluwaseun.
So you said something and let me just jump from that before I go there. We are still going to go back to Madam public sector that they have the longest process in the world. And so we have to go back there to address one or two things. Okay. Now you said something about Shea, I can see your hand, but don't worry, I'll call you. We looked at, you made mention of the C aspect that use word of mouth. Now, let me ask you a question. How do you document feedback
to the client.
Yeah, the feedback how do you document it? You are using word of mouth. How are you going to document it, analyze it, and also send it back to them? That in a particular period, we said that, how someone said this, how to put all these things together and send it back to them. So that by the time they see, by the time they see that you have a companion of their issues over a period of time, see, they will love you forever because they know that you are serious. You love them, they are not just after their service charge, their money, and stuff like that. Okay?
That's just the only fault that their feedback is not being taken. So it's just as far as the problem has been solved, everybody's happy and everybody just happens.
So at the end of this course, one of the takeaways that should be for you that you want to find a way whereby you can capture all their data. That's going to go to data management and it's very interesting course. Now you guys are doing this. When I was in my own program, when I was in this course, it's kind of I learned a lot from the idea of self-study. Now outside the country, when somewhere that helped me when I was setting up my business. So you guys should pay attention to some of these things. One situation that you just go to, kind of snap your head, snap something out of your brain and start running with it. You need to capture that data. So you need to think of a solution. I'm not saying a software, just a solution that's going to work for you. That is going to work for your organization. That is not going to be expensive. Something that you can afford. Something you can have access to. So you want to put it in the cloud, fine. You want to make it paper, fine. You want to start giving them paper at the end of the particular period of time, it's going to work for you. But because we are talking about technology here, you need to find a way to capture those data, represent it very well, and send it back to them. And you keep tabs on this record from time to time. So those guys, those of us that are here that we are not doing something like that in our organization, this could be a selling point and justify it to them. Why should we go in and you tell us, one day they say that I never said that your work is good. I never told you that I was satisfied. People are not doing anything. But if someone says he's satisfied and he's documented, he's changing his mind or saying something otherwise, sir, look at those signs, emails, words, blah, 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 like that. It could even be a Google form that I just send the link to them. And follow up with phone call. Probably send the link to them, they don't even do it. But for answer, I send it to them. It's just 4 questions or 2 questions. Are we professional in the way we work? Are we of that proper timing? We use quality material? Are we friendly? Those are the 4 things you want to get for your client. Okay, now. I put the Leica skill. Have you 4 here? Very good, excellent. Okay? Or you rate it 1 to 5. 1 being 4. And put your legend there. Send to them. Bam! Feedback is done. And if you in Google form, or if you have that money, you can develop the software. A unique software that is meant for you, for yourself. Put it in the cloud and get back to you. With that, you can do infographic team, not in class. House 1, give it color black or green. House 2, give it orange. House 3, give it another color. By the time you prepare and send it to them, I will put some things in the comment section. And truth is, because these are the data that you need to make informed decision within the organization to improve your processes. You know, sometimes when you call telecommunications company and say this call you're making will be recorded and may be used for what? Training purposes. So you can use those feedback for your own training purposes in your system. Okay? I'll be sharing a lot of case studies of things that happen in my own company so that experience, so that you can learn from me. The ones that we did well, the ones that we did not do well, you can also learn from me. That's how to get better. You understand? So you need to do a lot of self-study. This course we are doing not enough. We want to do better of personal study. Okay, let's move to then. Secondly, from what you have said, you are sure about ask. For me, if you ask me, I would say inspection. You can capture that as inspection. The technical inspection or whatever inspection. So that your inspection will mean physical inspection and also door-to-door inspection. As you are going around your facility, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. We're just doing a daily, walk around inspection. Hope you guys have no issue. Any issue? No. If I have anyone out there, don't forget to just chat us up on our WhatsApp. If you guys are using WhatsApp, you have put all your residents or your tenants or whoever on the WhatsApp page or the WhatsApp group. Or you have a particular link, this particular software. Don't forget to that our app. Download it now. Just go there. Once you click it, you don't need anything else. You don't take up 30 seconds. Just get all the questions. Look at an app that you develop. And you're on your way to peace of mind. Because you get those feedback, you start appraising, you start analyzing. At the end of your financial, your operational year, you sit down, you have your strategic session with your team. And you display everything on your screen prior to the end of the project, and start seeing it. And start, in fact, from there, you can even assess the performance of all the FMs working with you, all the technicians. Say, guys, this is your project for Ikeja. Complain too much. See. For first quarter, yeah. Second quarter, the same thing. Third quarter, you say you don't dress well. You don't wear your full PPE when you are working at time. You don't use your helmet. You don't risk assessment before you do some fun. A whole lot of things. From there, you see, they to also see that it's true. And when you want to take any decision, it's very easy for you because you have to. And when you want to train, it's a justification for you to train. That, these guys are very good. But in terms of their PPE, they don't like to they are not used to it. They feel they need to just do the work and move on. But for you as a responsible organization, you want to have zero mentality. You want to reduce unsafe acts, unsafe conditions on your site. That's why you need to have those records to make some good decisions in the organization. So you understand? So this is just an example. We'll go back to that SIP because there's still more things we need to do there to improve it. So, Shay, your hand was up. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think the two processes which were explained, I think inputs vary. Inputs can come from either somebody is requesting that, okay, my room is bad, or you actually go to do the inspection. But it's still the same model, just having different types of inputs. The only thing I see to improve it is maybe feedback at the end, as you said.
Okay, Shay, thanks. Feedback, customer feedback, feedback, customer feedback. There's a saying that also saying that feedback is the food for champions. So always seek for feedback. Do not feel because your client is not complaining that well. That silent could mean that your client is looking for an FM. We've been to some sites this year, and they said we should be careful, that we should not do our occasion thing, that we should not wear anything down, the big down, and that's something like that. I said, why? Because we want to. Have you guys ever had that kind of experience before? Class, so this class is just quiet, everybody is just muted.
Yes,
People are just
yes,
watching African magic.
No, yes, we have different, I've experienced similar issues before. That clients will tell us that, okay, by the time you're coming to the site, don't let the customers or people that are managing the property to know that they are coming. So it happens like that, and I think we are learning from it so that we can get feedback from people that we service, so that we'll be able to know their mind and improve on where our weaknesses are before they go outside to go and search for another
Because,
medicine.
trust me, no matter the contract you sign with your client can decide who he or she wants to give his property to. Even if sign 1 billion years contract, you can decide, say, sorry, ABC International Global and Universe FM company. Thank you for the number of years you spent with us. From this point, we want to know with you again, because we are restructuring the English for one grammar. Thank you. Okay, so let customers feedback like us for us. Wow. Okay, good. So let's go for Franklin, your turn.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, house. Okay, so like the last caller said, it's not like the SPOC module is not good, but what I know is the process is really very important. And another thing, the input as well. Now, from what other people have said, they said they wait for customer to or they ask. I think that's the place of inspection sometimes for us facility managers to be effective. We need to carry out our routine inspections. So when we carry out our routine inspections, if it's going to be daily, there are some tasks we carry out daily. There are some that are weekly, there are some that can be monthly. So if we carry out these and keep records, some of these things will not be too reoccurring. And then for the stock supply, yes, like in my place, for consumables, which we know like plumbing materials, electrical balls, electrical materials and co, we have them in stock. And we keep the stock levels, we keep replacing as at when the stock level goes down according to our stock count and the rest of it. So when it gets to when we come to the process aspects, for me, we have a process which we call the service request portal, where everybody who has a complaint in between these our inspections send in their complaints. And the service request, once we do that service request, if you send in your complaint, there is an SLA attached to it. So for example, you are complaining your light bulb is bad. You send in, it's automated. You send it in. From the FM end, we receive it. Somebody is supposed to accept that request. There's a time lag. If you delay, maybe I don't want to pick it because I'm not ready to work. Another person doesn't want to pick it because he's not ready to work. It still counts against us in the department. And so we get what we call non-conformance for it, and we are surcharged for it. So we have to action them. Now, when we action it, from the moment I click to respond to that person, I say, okay, I will come and attend to it. The SLA begins to count. So if the SLA is 24 hours, which means I must close out within 24 hours. Because the system doesn't know if I've actually done it or not. But then I come back to the system to close it out. And if I close it out wrongly, like maybe I've not done it and I've closed it out, the feedback still gets back to the requester, which is the end user. And the end user will wonder, this person has not done my job and he has closed it out. And of course, he will rate me 0 because there's also rating. If I close out the job, however I've closed it out, it gets back to the end user will rate me excellent or 0 or as the case may be. Now, still on the process. I want from process now to the output. Now, there's another thing that happens in our own system. We have the internal controls. Now, whenever we get very poor ratings and 1, they tend to want to wonder, why are you rating this person 0 or 1? In some very extreme cases, there can even be a panel to know, okay, was there a quarrel in between, or was it that this person is so totally ineffective and the rest of them? So that is what happens in our homes, just so that our effectiveness will be very well pronounced. So that way, of course, at the end of the month, there's still an appraisal system. So with this, I know that if they are carefully put in place in various of our organizations, it will go a long way. Now, in the aspect of, of course, it's the private sector. The public sector, very long processes. We don't do that. We try to merge or cut off some areas where we feel that it can be too burdensome. So I have a director team who, when we make our complaints, if it is for bigger jobs where we don't have those consumables in stock and the rest of them, yes, there are also processes where we get the contractors to quote for it and then it's sent by that. But where we begin to involve accounting is after the director has done his due diligence, whatever we send to accounts as the costing is what they will fly with, and they get their own approvals. And we also give them our approval line. Now, because of the process, they too have their own, all the rating is counting against them. So it's no more my problem. What we will do is to escalate, that we are still waiting for this, and they know that everything is counting against them. So that's how our whole process runs, to get good results and good output.
Okay, well, that's perfect. Thank you for the expository explanation. Yes, so someone said your management's eyes, of course. You have to. Okay, I'm going to speak up. Someone said you can't hear me very well. I'll speak up. Okay, so that is very, very good. That's the first system of your system. Tech performance compared to SLA in terms of timeline, back from customers, back, make some communication, blah blah blah. That's very, very good. Okay, so any other comments, any other questions? Do you guys have any questions on this SIP model?
Yes, sir, I have a question, sir.
Okay,
so, like concerning the customer's feedback, so I have a question. If your client is not paying for certain minor jobs, like for instance now, perhaps maybe a client has been too complicated down, and every guy have the skill of fixing stuff like that, and then all the client does need to do is just try to get the tab yourself if you want to get it. And then I just rapidly started to put the feedback in writing. It's still necessary since I do it myself, and then you cannot see that that's now confirmed to say it's still need to do that.
The end user, so you did it for the end user, right?
Yeah.
The end user still man for that feedback. You need it. You know, if the end user thinks, oh, I beg, disturbing me, so this is your feedback.
Because for that, most of them, that feedback,
yes, but by the time we compare the two, kind of look at the relationship that you can go to. Don't want to wake up on time and just okay. Any other question, comment at this point? Okay, before. So, you guys should not see technology FM. We are not IT professionals, we are not developers or back end of content professionals. That's not our job. Except some of you have some basic skills. I went to Aptech, after 7 years, then some of these JavaScript, HTML, so I have the idea of some of the things that we now solutions that we put together to help. But we are not going to discuss teach you as a developer. We are teaching you to understand some of the available tools, techniques, and solutions that are out there that you can integrate into your process to help improve your delivery. Right? So, and to understand them, to help you talk to your leaders, talk to your organs, influence your formulas, down to your comments and work. Your life can be better, but if you are in a session and you are some other solution outside there. However, you don't understand the basics, why we automate, why we don't automate. You don't understand the framework that embeds this idea to make things. And you even go for interview and mess up past interview. Why? Because you look at it that maybe I'm fighting this one just come out with stamp. And I told you I joined the company with £10,000 annually for campaign explorer. At the end of the day, they still figure out, you still enter a particular form or something and still take it, still bring it to the sign, you take it to the procurement center, you take it to the end, and take it to finance this one. You understand? So you still call, you make phone call from the side. Hey, which side are you coming from? I'm calling from electricity one. What's the issue? We have to find. What's the specification? 10 inches by half or 10 inches by quarter. PVC pipe. What's the length? 2 meters. And the CAFM officer will capture it, print it out. If you need materials, take it to the procurement officer will write all the materials out, put prices to it, you bring it to me and the operations manager. I will approve and take it to MD, then we will approve for accounting. So that's the process. So you see, so when I got there, I said, you guys are just money. I said, okay, this is like just how this work resources. The CAFM Explorer guys called because he knows their business. He said they're working on something that said, don't worry, once you are done with your colors, for now, we are working now. We are not several calls, several emails. It was tough. They almost cut off my neck because I took that decision. But it was easy for me because of my position. I was the senior manager. I was just next to him. So I took that decision and I stood my ground that we don't need this. Unfortunately, 2 people lost their jobs. We didn't need the desktop computer again. We sold it. Which reduces our overhead. It was really tough. I was the enemy, one of the major enemies of the company then. So the staff was not remind me. The environment was explained that this guy and correct guy can come to solve some problems for us. But with time, I had to engage and let them know that guys, we are here for serious business. We need to do the family out. Now that we have to do that, there is unfortunate that we have to do our process. There is no way to get back. However, if there's anything we can do for them, there are other opportunities we can. Later on, we got one back. The other session interested, our other session for working. But as we are moving along, we all appreciated those actions. So that's why we need to have this. You know, we can come and start talking about internet of things, EIN, EAS, blah blah blah, you know, those words. Words. And at the end of the day, you don't understand anything. You will not be able to even apply them. Okay, this is Nigeria, this is Africa. How many buildings in Nigeria have their EAS? How many countries have their EIN working? ordinary CMS software, they are not effective. Okay, so get the basis. Once we get to that point of leadership whereby we can advise, it's very easy for us to advise. We will not be too excited. Let us do this. Let us do this. First, what's the process? Like Madam, I work in the public sector. It's really not easy. Break the barrier of influence. Buy into automation, buy into some other solutions that will help to reduce the throughput. It's called throughput. You know throughput? The wahala, the stress that you go through before something comes out of the process. And that's the bottlenecks. It's not easy. I've also managed in public building before. To use email, they have emails. To use emails to communicate is always when they know our guy wants to fill the paper. You have to go and type, print, take it to one office to the other, stamp before it gets to the other. After it gets to the other, you have to follow up, take it there from one office to the other before it will still convert somebody who is stressful. And yet we are talking about progressing this country that we know. So when you get to the position of leadership to try and be an authority to influence. Try and manage them, don't be forceful, don't try to push your way through alone. Try and manage people, influence them so that you can understand that you have good intention. That's what I did in that company. I have to talk to them that they are not here for the service, not very tough. It's not like that. I cannot be here with my knowledge and we are wasting £10,000. Yeah. And even saving £10,000 for that company, it's not that they give me £1. But I'm happy. I'll just solve the problem for them. And that same company gave me a job of almost 5 million when I left. That same company that saved them. So I think I got that money back, got that reward. Okay, so just pay attention as we move on for you to understand. After this course, I trust me, some of you are going to be consultants in terms of process development, system thinking, process mapping. You're going to see that you're going to understand how processes work and how you can improve your business and how you can have serious financial freedom or just cost avoidance for you. Right? Okay. So, for me, look at the SIPs. I think you can still use some form of technology, some form of automation into it, because we never spoke about any automation for the SIPs process. So, Frank had already given me a way in terms of things that I want to say. That's what you are doing. That's good. That's very, very good for you to capture the kind of people that you bend or you influence to follow through the solution. I'm sure they would have spent a fortune trying to get to that level. Because of people insist that change. And I think there was a year back or something like that. An organization, blah 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 blah, and the new CEO came and he said he wants to automate. That if he can automate, it's sure that he's going to save 25% of his overhead cost. And you, as the operations manager, told him that for the past 5 years, our profit has improved from 25% to 5% profit after tax. So, sir, I don't think we are doing bad. We are not doing bad at all. We are doing very well. And these guys that I see here, they are the best hands you can ever find in this industry. That was what I was told. This company that I told you about. So, sir, we don't think we need to do any automation. So, we are that's one point of view. So, we are the FM, or we are the CEO. How are you going to do it about it? As the CEO, they've already told you that, okay, you don't need automation, go and sit down. You don't need any automation. You are doing well. And you have seen it that you are overstaffed. In the FM department alone, it's a very big company. The FM department alone, they have over 500 staff. And for the process mapping is done, you've already seen some of these realities. So how are you going to go about it? I just going to tell them, shut up. I'm the CEO, I'm the group operations manager, I'm the CEO. Whatever I say stands. That is going to be your approach, or you're going to take a different approach. You take an authoritative approach. It may work, depends on the kind of organization you are working with. If you are working in the military sector, trust me, it can work, but you have no choice. You obey the last order. When you are working in the government sector, it may also work, but to an extent. If you have the backings of the directors. But in the private sector, I don't know how to manage that. So start thinking about, because some of you may have faced this kind of scenarios in your place of work. That you need to take a drastic action. How do you go about it? Influence people. This is in one of the competencies you found FM. Leadership. Leadership for family. Just to achieve particular cause. So, where can we put this technology? There are the supply stage or the input stage. Is there any process we can collapse? I'm asking you guys now, I'm trying to push us to think. Is there any process we can collapse within the SIPOC to shorten it to integrate some form of automation? Anybody that wants to try? I think I have to call it now. Who is Ayobami Balajobi? Are you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay. Do you want to try?
Sorry, I didn't get that question now.
The SIPOC, we want to integrate some form of automation. We feel, we are assuming that the process is too long. We want to shorten it, but we don't want to lose quality of what I want to achieve. So, how do you think we can automate this model? Give us something that's fast, give us easy, doesn't lower the quality to achieve our aim. In which area can we automate? Can we compress so that the automation can be
So, if we want to automate and we don't want to spend very much and space in we only want to look at any aspect of the process that either responsible for
You have not understand the question. Which of the activities or action or events within the SIPOC, which ones can we compress using any form of technology and we see achieve?
I'm not sure I have to answer this question.
Okay, no, just listen. So, Dimu, are you there? You want to try? Now she
I am.
I thought you are watching African Magic.
Yeah, right. Hi everyone. Okay, so your question, Mr. O, is that which of the SIPO system should we automate, right?
Yeah, we want to automate. I feel we automate and reduce the process. The process seems too long for us. Is there anything we can do? Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I thought the idea of the discussion was to see whichever applies to individual system and to see how it's helping. So are we saying that it's a general thing or like as per individual thing?
It's not a general thing, but this one that we are talking about. I said it at the show. It's not necessary for you to automate. It is not. Just get that. It is not necessary. If you don't have to, after your process mapping, you cannot just assume that you need to automate, and you can also assume that you don't need to automate. Something must inform your decision. You have an FM company or a department that you guys are just 2 or 3, and your Excel sheet, using microns on your Excel sheet, will give you the results. You just to share emails. Send me the report now, Papa. Send me the budget, Papa. You have already sent it. Imagine you now want to spend 2 million annually to automate. It's not necessary. You understand my point? So for this one, I'm challenging now, we are discussing, we are arguing that for this one, I think we should still be able to compress 2 processes together, automate it, and still give us a faster and better result. So we are arguing, it's like an argument.
Well, I would say compressing. Is it actually should we actually compress or see what we can make faster in any of the process?
Exactly. Yes.
Well, the point of the whole SIPO system is to give an improvement on the initial IPO, and each of them have their own work it's doing. So, for my organization, how we've been doing it is working. Yeah, I know there is still room for improvement for every activity and every of the work that is being carried out. But honestly, it's what we have been doing is working, and we have been able to get results from it. So having to compress and put things together, probably just have to review and see how that's going to happen, so that we are not losing out data and we are able to get results for what we are doing. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, so the politician. Voila.
Alright.
I'm not giving us. Okay, cool. Anyone wants to try? We are arguing, we are discussing. So anyone wants to try? So let me ask. Okay, Oluwatoyin, go ahead. Oluwatoyin.
I was going to suggest that the supply and the input, the two of them seem to be similar in nature. So we could just call them.
Why?
Okay, supply is the materials that are needed, consumables, all all elements that are required for the facilities management, and then the input, who does it, how is it done, and all that, personnel and all that. So I would say that those two processes can be compressed into one. You could call it sourcing. You could also call it procurement, but they are similar in nature. That's my thoughts, sir.
Okay, so if that's part A of the question, you guys are already writing your own exam question. You're already creating your exam question. That's part B. Now that you have suggested that S and I can be compressed to one, maybe sourcing or something, what form of technology or solution do you think we can add to that? Because we cannot just compress without capturing a form of technology that will help aid or enable that compression to make sense. Any idea? Oluwatoyin.
Sir, okay. I would say simply using Google Form could solve this problem. Google form, you could connect as many people as possible on the Google form. All the communications that are required and the list of items can be there. Inventories can be analyzed on it. So I'm thinking that we use Google form and back it up with WhatsApp messaging, SMS, and maybe in some cases you could do email attachments if that is necessary.
Okay, thank you for your suggestion. I share your thoughts. Any other comments before we close for the day? Anyone that wants to kind of share views? Okay, Franklin, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So for me, I think the outputs and the feedback are closely related. So with the FM tool, friend, I want to do that by the time I am delivering by automation, there should be almost like an automatic feedback. So what I'm trying to say is, so I'm delivering your job. It will waste too much time for some kind of process to be waiting for some response. But by automation, like once I finish, and like I said on my own system, I click completed, job completed. Okay, I did this, I did that, and I did that. The process, the service requester gets that feedback, gets my report that I have completed it, and of course, yes, completed 5/5. You see, automatic feedback, and whoever is supposed to capture this for record purposes will capture it, and you see that outputs and feedback is already marked up as one. So that's what in addition to what said.
Fantastic. No worries. Okay. Who else? That's who are Tony and Sean. Okay, who else want to try?
Sir, I just want to say something. When Mr. Franklin made a statement that when he finishes not seeing and that, and then the customer end user does not have a choice but to give a feedback. I just want to say, let's use the phone app for example. When you use your phone app, at the end they tell you rate the driver. There are a lot of people that still don't do that. So even when it's automated, it doesn't automatically mean that because it's that way, your end user will just automatically say, okay, because you have given your report, I will give my report. Most of the time, especially Nigerians, so like me, let me use myself for an example. Most of the time, I don't open my phone app the next time I want to use it. So it still doesn't follow if the end user is not get carried along for the reason why you need feedback. Thank you.
Oh, okay, good. Franklin, let me defend Franklin today. Hello?
Thank you.
Okay, let me just defend again. Okay, fantastic. You have actually brought in something very important. If you look at Uber app, I think was it Uber or something? What was it? That if you don't meet the driver, the next time you want to make a request, you'll bring back that rate. You must rate before making a request. Was it Uber? Probably Uber. So they can do it in that manner also. I don't know what Franklin is something, but you can do it such that you have to, once it gets back to you, or and make sure that the solution you are using maybe an app, not a web-based software that you have to go and log in, go to your URL, type in and stuff like that. An app that just click at the icon on your phone, and once you are done, it brings that notification. You don't have to log in to that notification, just like your email or your WhatsApp. That you have to go there and say, okay, I need to be You know, you guys have bought things on Jumia. You see those ratings. It comes as an email. You just read them and it goes like that. Like you have no choice. Once you design it, once the software is designed like that, you'll get a lot of feedback. If you don't do it that way, you start going to meet people. Don't forget to rate us. Don't forget to rate us. You now become a nuisance. You now be harassing. You now sit and harass me. What's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with that? Some will not be using that shakara when they know that you need that rating for your own performance, for your own appraisal. Yes, sir. They will now want to hold you to ransom. Yes, sir. I've been somewhere the lady stepped out of Uber said, I'm not going to rate you. In fact, if I rate you, there's 0 there, that's what I'm going to do there. And the guy had to complain, say, madam, don't spoil my 5 star, don't spoil my this. What can I do for you? I told you to take a particular route. I'm sorry. Now I feel the lady on the lady. He gave him 4 or 5 or something. So you can do that. That has a very, very good feedback from you. So frankly, you can consider that with your organization. That you have to rate. You must rate, else you're not going to make any further request. To send a reminder to demonstrate. So it's going to be designed in the software. Yes, sir. It's going to be designed in the software. It's going to be like if then else. So there's going to be some exception. Sorry, hold on 1 minute. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Right. This guy comes back. Yeah. Right. Alright, so now you can decide to do that. It will help you so you can be sure. Rest assured that you always get feedback from everybody. Nobody will be able to escape. And that was a good one from Oluwatoyin and Franklin. So you can see, and I agree with them 100% from my own side. So we are arguing. So the S and I, you can turn into one process. The O and C, you can turn into one process. So the process that has activity of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 1, 2, 3. You understand? Now 1, 2, 3. And we can call that process I. S and I make it high. I, P. Then the last one, you can just give it the C. So instead of SIPOC, we now have IPC. So the IPC is there because there's the technology backing it up. And it's not the same thing as IPO. IPO is just a normal classical technology. You have not actually mapped that process. The process is still virgin. You have not mapped it. So you have mapped it, you have your SIPOC. You are now looking at how to improve it, to integrate some form of technology, now brought it to IPC. Because you have merged activity 1 and 2, 1, then activity 4 and 5, 1. Okay, so that's it. So you can even still improve on this depending on the organization, depending on the particular project you want to achieve in the organization. So this is like the foundation of, we are laying a foundation where we are actually going. It's important that we have this the clear understanding of this fundamental. By the time we start going into some form of other technologies, we have some technology that is achieving sustainability. Then start going to one after the other. It's very, very easy for us now understand why we need to automate. Now understand why we don't need to automate. And that some people do over automation and it's very expensive. Okay? So this is where we'll call it today for today. So by next week we'll be able to move to other things. You understand? We'll be talking about so many things. Then okay, let's talk about your assignment, your group work. Okay, Governor, can you share with us how you want to go about your grouping? Set 5 groups. can I have sent you? Are you here?
Hello, sir. You said, can I share the groups? Okay, the groups, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, yes. We're supposed, me and the Lord were supposed to talk about it. Make sure we spend the 2 minutes, sir.
Please do. And when you are sharing people into groups, please.
Yes, sir.
Ensure that, in fact, there's a ground group.
Okay,
there
sir.
must be a leader. Let the group appoint their own leader. Do not appoint leader for them.
Alright, sir.
Let them appoint their own leader. Don't appoint leaders for them. Because you have situations whereby appointing leader, but the leader is not serious. The leader was going to make them score 0, blah blah blah, all those kind of things. So let them appoint their own leader themselves. Okay, so once you have the lead, so let me go over the project again. The project is very simple. Let me now share my screen so that you guys can see it.
Sorry, please, could you mute your mic, please?
I've already done it for you. Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Don't worry, you went to a party now. You can hear music in the background. When you went to a chicken. Okay, so I want to share my screen so that you guys can see. It's already 12 hours. Okay. So can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can, sir.
Okay, good. So this is like a Google form. These are your questions. So your questions can be either multiple choice or check boxes, drop down. You can upload the file. You can use a linear scale or multi-choice grid, checkbox. You can add date and time. So you can rearrange. You can make the questions short question answers, paragraph. You can do it the way you like. Okay. So you understand what I'm saying? So it's not something difficult. Then make sure you use a Gmail. Definitely, you can't even use any other mail. Use a Gmail. Create a Gmail account for your group. Don't use your personal Gmail account. You hear that?
Yes, sir.
You can name your group 1, group 2, group 3. You can say group 1 cafe at gmail.com. Group 2 cafe. So use something unique that's ubiquitous for every one of you, right? So that once you are sending in your respective reports, I can say that this one from group 1, this one from group 2. So this is the question. So for example, let's describe the form description and say facilities section report. Okay? So you say facility inspection report. So your question 1. This is your question 1. Site link. Short answer. Because it's site link, you just need one answer, right? Okay, so you already created that one. Right? That's the short answer. So that's the first one. So the second question is you can say type of building. So this one you may not need a short answer, maybe a drop down or a checkboxes. Maybe it's an estate that has high rise, bungalow and stuff like that. Or it's a multi-tenanted building or shopping mall, a multi-use, a hotel or something. So probably you just do drop down. So option 1 for drop down, hotel. Okay, option 2, shopping mall. Option 3, guest house. Option 4, amusement park. Option 5, you guys get the idea? So that's that. So by the time you now send this question down, this one here, it will come, this type of video will come like a drop down menu. Drop down menu that is just speak. Then this is where your responses will be after you have done the necessary things. So it shows you people that have responded to some of those things or questions and stuff like that. So initially you can put your name, maybe group name. You can change this site name to group name or something. You can list some of your group or server and how you want to do it. But the most important thing is that I want to see your backend, information about the backend, how you are able to capture enough information about that site. You know you are going for inspection, so and don't forget that we are going to use that data. So don't just put any questions, really give you any funny data. We are going to use that data to make serious decisions. We are going to use that data to develop a budget for that site, like a commercial presentation for that site based on facilities inspection. So you are going to consider the assets, the generator, the starter fan, whatever that you can think of. So I would have said you guys should go to particular place and carry out inspection because of COVID-19. So tell us the building or the facility that you want to use as your own case study. Choose anyone that you desire. There's no justification for you to use. You can use a family, you can use a church, but carry out inspection. There's a place that you can also attach pictures. Okay? There's a place you can attach pictures there too, for you to use what you want. So this file upload. The files will be uploaded to the form owner's Google Drive. Responses will be required to sign into Google when file upload questions are added to the form. Make sure to only share this form with people you trust. Continue. And to create, see, it has already created a space for you. So the maximum file you can use is 10 MB. So it depends on your subscription with Google Drive. So for me, I can use depending on what you have subscribed to. Okay, so I just give that example so that you guys can see, not that I just give you one assignment like this. Somebody asked, said, this Google form is extra for your project questionnaire. Who is saying that? Who is Oluwaseun? I already have my inspection stuff already. I have it now. I'm not even using Google Form. I was using Google Form before we designed our own CMMS solution that we are using currently. But trust me, Google Form is still looking very nice, even more than what we have designed. Okay, but Google will not allow you use, they will allow you, but you pay through your nose. You want to use their own system, their own fire gates for what you want to do. You pay through your nose. So that's why it's good to just go and design your own, get yourself. Okay? Any question? Is this clear? Please ask questions about this project too. It is 20 marks. Please. I have 3 weeks to deliver. Class governor.
So I understand.
Okay.
You said 3 weeks.
3 weeks from today to deliver.
Alright,
You have
so just to
time.
Okay, so just to recap, so we're supposed to give you a list of the people in each group. The assignment is supposed to be on Google Forms, and then we have 3 weeks to deliver on the assignment.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you very much. Just to recap.
Okay. So, is that clear to everybody?
Just to be clear, sir.
Alright.
Yeah, we are to select any facility of our choice.
Any.
Okay, and then do the Google form just like you gave us some directives, site name and the type of building, and then circulate this to people using the building.
Well, no, you are not calculating. It's a group where you are going for inspection. So you are not giving the questionnaire to anybody. You are just capturing information on that site and putting it inside your own questionnaire. You are developing a database. You want to develop a database for yourself at your back end. And those databases, you now want to use it to formulate your project, to manage that project.
Okay.
So we are automating our facility inspection process. You know, we go out to do inspection. Go to site, you get there, you snap, you write things down. By the time you even come back, sometimes you are forgetting information that you want to write. You don't have pictures, you don't have the right information, and you get back to the guys doing bids and tender. You don't even know. Sometimes you have to go back there again or call the client rep that please can you give us more clarification, that. But what we are supposed to do, what we are doing now, we are also going to use it to determine our asset register, to create our asset register. So this is the big aspect of the assignment. A is the C aspect. A is that we are using it to carry out facility inspection, capturing data, what we see inside. B, we want to use it to determine the budget, to manage that site. C is to develop our asset register. Okay, based on the information that we have captured, we want to develop our asset register. Is that clear?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay, please, I want it to be clear. Very clear. Because at least take it serious. This is 3 weeks. If you want me to give you 1 month, I'll give you 1 month.
Please, sir. Please, we are pleading. Please, if you can make it 1 month, sir.
Okay, so I'm giving you
because a lot of people might be
engaged, busy, and you guys are, some of you have your own business.
Yes, sir. And a lot of us are not yet accustomed to people lectures yet, sir.
Yes,
so we just need to just balance, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
I understand. Please take it serious, so.
Yes, sir.
Please, just take it serious because. Let me tell you something. Some of your guys, I'll just tell you this. You have some of your students, some of your colleagues, senior colleagues, that are taking this course. Understand? They are taking this course. Understand? And because they were not serious with their continuous assessment, they were not. Please take it serious because if you come back to me after all this explanation and stuff like that, it may be too late. When I'm written your exam, blah blah and all those things, it will be too cumbersome. And trust me, the school will not do anything. and I will not have that power to do any other thing for you guys at that particular time. So just take it slow. Imagine what you guys are going to learn and know after you've done this assignment. If you can do it on your own and as a group, you will know a lot of things. You are going to add value to your organization where you are currently working. Okay? So this is a technology class. So we're talking about a whole lot of things. So you get my point. Alright, so.
Alright, so if we need any, during the process of this assignment, we can contact you, yes?
Yes, you can, please.
Alright, thank you very much.
You can contact me. Let me give you my email address. You can send me email.
Alright, sir.
I'll give you my email address. Send me.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Sir, someone requested that if you have the recording, because I think you're the one recording.
Yes, I'll send you the link. I'll send the link to the class governor. We'll share with you guys.
Alright. Thank you very much, sir.
Then the next class, by God's grace, I'll be able to configure it so that you guys can just record from your phone.
Alright, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you guys. You guys should have a lovely day. The attendance, so Mr. Governor, please take this attendance. So we were 40 one time, now we are 37. Okay? Just take the attendance. I have already screenshot the attendance myself. I'm just at it now. So I always keep it like archive. For the school or for the class. Okay? Alright, I've done that. So we are 37 now. Alright. See you guys. Have a lovely